it's certainly far from being locked in that's going to happen. Well, let's make that totally clear. F0s, F1s, F2s so far, yes. We don't know exactly what's going to happen in the future, but there's potential for plus or minus F3 type tornadoes today in the more intense supercells that may develop based on the instability and the wind shear. It has not produced a large violent tornado. May or may not. May or may not. And if there was a really significant chance, I think I'd probably say so. But I'm going to say that it may not be that significant of a chance. But there is a tornado warning in effect, and all tornadoes are violent, right? F0, F1, F2 type tornadoes, yes. That has happened, and it could happen again in Grady County. And the next county down the line is McLean County, Newcastle, and the next county down the line is Cleveland County. So whether or not there is or is not a tornado warning for McLean or Cleveland, we will wait and see. But this storm right now is just to the west of Chickasha. Let's go back to Bob Moore Chopper 4, and let's talk to John Welsh. No tornado on the ground, still a large, low, rotating wall cloud.
Yeah, Mike, right now you see the low rotating wall cloud here, and then on the left side of it, in the left part of your screen, we're seeing some lowering coming out of that. And then just to the left of that, we're going to be kind of the southwest side of the storm right there. There's another lowering that actually has some rotation. This particular storm might be giving its energy up to the one behind it here. Obviously, we're going to stay on it, but at this time, there's nothing to the ground. It looks ominous, but that wall cloud there has little to no rotation in it at all, Mike.
Okay, and I can confirm that as well. It only has very slow rotation. That is not a rapidly rotating wall cloud. John, just because I do see some higher velocity winds, can you zoom in to the west side of Chickasha, about a half a mile northwest of the Bailey Turnpike, about a mile and a half southwest of downtown Chickasha? A mile and a half southwest of downtown Chickasha, just about a mile north of the Bailey. It'd be right where all the city streets in Chickasha start. Can you just show us that area right through there? Folks, there's no tornado on the ground right now. We're just looking at a few things here. So there's the Bailey Turnpike. Is that correct?
That is, Mike. Yep. Go down just a little bit in your shot, straight down. Down, straight down, right there. Now go to your right.
There's an area of interest here that I see in the wind field that I'd just like to investigate. And we're doing this live. This is all information much faster than you get anyplace else. This is actually, as it's happening live, second by second. We're just kind of investigating this area. So it looks like you kind of have honed in on that area. There's some pretty good wind right in through there. It may or may not be the next area of circulation starting to develop. But right now, it doesn't appear like anything is too ominous at that spot.
And straight up.
Yeah,
Mike, I don't see anything right here. We're definitely seeing some of the rain getting pulled in, and it looks like the storm's actually kind of getting coming back to the south here. If Travis will zoom out.
So basically what we're doing right now.
Yes. Rotation right there.
Okay.
Zoom in, Travis.
Yep, there's some rotation. What we're doing now for you folks in Chickasha is we're basically going to hold your hand because it's going right over Chickasha right now. So we have two Dopplers, only TV station in town that has two live Dopplers. I'm telling you, there's nothing more important than this type technology and a Doppler radar live. We've got two of them. So we're looking at this stuff continuously. There's no delay, there's no lag, there's nothing. We're looking at it straight on, second by second, from the chopper with John Welsh, folks like Mark Dillard, Kevin Josephie, Emily Sutton's out, Reed Timmer, Mike Bennett. We've got a whole army of folks out. So we're going to hold your hand here. This is going to go over Chickasha with a tornado warning in effect, and we're just going to make sure what's going on live as it goes over Chickasha. That's what we're doing right now. There doesn't appear to be a tornado on the ground right now. The Chickasha schools are holding their students until the danger passes. And you folks in Chickasha, the sirens have been going off for quite some time in Chickasha. You are, yes, under a tornado warning. Mobile home is not a safe place. Near windows, not a safe place. Interior closet or bathroom with the TV audio up or maybe live streaming our app, that's much better. Storm cellar, basement, interior closet, bathroom, safe room, yes. Okay, so let's go to John Welsh here. It's now coming into Chickasha here with a tornado warning. John, go.
Yeah, Mike.
Let's go over to, let's talk to Mark. Let's keep his stream. Let's go to Mark Dillard. Mark, you're in Chickasha now. What do you have?
Yes, Mike, still just west of Chickasha. I'm on Highway 9, about due west of Chickasha. I'm out by the elevators or the grain bins. Folks that know the west side of Chickasha here, there's some farmland. There's a bit of a hill or a rise that's off to the just south of Highway 9, and that circulation center just basically over the top of that, just off to my south here off of Highway 9. They've had an immense amount of rain, Mike. I tried to cut down on some county roads just to the south. They're flooded out for the most part. So, folks, we don't ask you to get out because there's areas that are flooded. On top of this rotation that's coming into the west side of Chickasha, Mike, my wind's picked up. Also, I've got inflow going in, so it could be imminent at any time that we could have a funnel drop right now. The circulation got very wide and very ragged. Now it's starting to tighten up a little bit. It's still moving at a slow pace toward Chickasha, but it's moving nonetheless. I'm watching the ground to see if anything's in contact with it. I don't have a very well-defined funnel, but with these large multi-vortex situations, you can have small hop and skip suction vortices, and then all of a sudden it collects and makes a large tornado, which we've seen. That kind of happened back about an hour ago down toward Cement, Cyril, and the Apache area. So we're going to keep our eyes on it, Mike. We're right here. Folks in Chickasha, be ready.
What I have right now is I have a little bit of gate-to-gate shear, which is potentially very significant at Frisco Avenue, just west of Rock Cedar Drive. That'd be exactly 5 miles due west of downtown Chickasha. I do have gate-to-gate right there, and it looks like there might be a developing funnel from Bob Moore Chopper 4. This is now in, it's at the western edge of the city limits of Chickasha right now. 4.5 due west of downtown Chickasha, Frisco Avenue, Rock Cedar Drive, just west of that location. Mark, can you confirm?
Yes, Mike. I mean, that's where I would peg it. I'm exactly... let me count it here. I'm exactly 2 west of the Highway 81 junction on the north side that you would take to go to the airport, and I'm looking back due south of me. So that's basically the west side of Chickasha here. I believe the landmark I have is I see a water tower that's off to my just south and east from Highway 9 here. It's on the direct west side of town, and that circulation area is going to be west of that water tower, maybe a mile or two. Back to you. Okay,
let's go over to Bob Moore Chopper 4. John, there is some gate-to-gate shear there. It'd be just about 1.5 miles south of Highway 9, out Frisco Road, out there by Rock Creek Drive, out 4.5 due west of downtown. Looks like you've got areas right into that that are making an effort to try to spin up just a little bit. Tornado warning does continue.
Yeah, they are, Mike. That scud is actually kind of, the whole thing is rotating. Earlier, each one of those little pieces would kind of spin. Now the whole majority of it's rotating. We do have another area in the right side of your screen. There could be a small little tornado in there, but the main thing that I'm seeing is that whole area that's there on the left side of your screen, that whole inch or two right there, that's actually pretty good. Probably about 1 mile in diameter. Obviously, it's not all on the ground, but that's probably about how big the rotation is, and it's actually kind of increased a little bit. In front of it, we're just seeing the lowering is actually rising a little bit, but there's these couple little spots, like if Travis will zoom in right there, at times you're getting these little base suction tornadoes or suction vortices that'll be on the ground for just a second and then lift back up here, Mike.
20? Okay. It's okay. This is trying to go back up to producing a tornado here. It's getting really, really close. We will see whether or not this drops down. Again, just second by second looking at it live. You folks in Chickasha, continue your tornado safety precautions. It is making an effort to ramp back up and put down a suction spot. It's going to be about a mile south of Highway 9, 4.5 miles due west of downtown Chickasha. You can see it is a large mesocyclone for sure, quite large, but there is an area of localized spin that we've been looking at from the chopper there live that has been making an effort to spin up into a